We're in Alberta, and the Coronation Alberta. This guy is doing twice a day moves, and we're gonna walk a quarter of a mile to move his cow mob. He's got a fence in front, and he's got one behind him. And this is 8-inch a year rainfall. You notice these cows have never seen us before, and they're not freaking out. It's because they're used to being moved, and the animals that get moved get tamed. But this paddock was moved in this morning. He's had them on here about 10 hours. We're going to move them. See if you can see a difference. Look behind us, you can definitely see a difference. Most of these cows are over 50% slicked off. There's a few of them that are 100% slicked off. But there's 120 pairs in here, and no health issues. He's taking them out of here soon enough that any rainfall they get, folks, they went 10 months here without rain, 10 months. And they just caught, I believe they said it was a 3-inch rain 5 days ago. That's it. But you look around here, everything, even the cow manure, it's got feet stepped through it. The ground looks like you took a leaf rake and just disturbed it everywhere. The cattle took the top third of the plants. Okay? So he's leaving behind 7 to 8 inches of grass that most people would go, why are you moving them? Well, you're moving them because they took the top third of the plant, and you've got a solar collector left intact to catch the sunlight. And look at this, he's got covering the ground. He doesn't have any bare soil out here. So that 3.5 inches of rain he caught it. It didn't run off. It didn't go down in the valley, and it didn't end up in the creek or the river. It stayed on his farm. And he's got a solar pump, you notice down there? He's not letting the cattle in the dugout. They call them dugouts here in Canada, you Missouri folks. We call them ponds. But look at that. You can see the color. See, the cattle have walked up and down this strip for 10 hours, and they're ready to be moved. He's going to go down and grab that wire, and we're going to see these cattle come into here. And he's been doing this for 3 years now on this farm. Folks, he's got dung beetles all over that manure pile. All those holes are dwellers. I just cleaned my tennis shoe up this morning. I mean, they were caked in manure. I'm not going to open that up. If I had a stick, I would. It was a job getting all that dried manure off. You can see all the holes. Oh yeah, I can see the little boogers living down in there. They're crawling by. They got little elevators all in that manure. Oh, there went one. And you know what we saw? The cows that are slick as a button, there's no flies on them. And this is fly season. We were on a herd the other day, and those cows were ate up with flies. There's no flies on these cattle. Why is that? Well, he stopped Ivamecking. He doesn't pour Ivamec on his cows anymore. The Ivamec kills the dung beetles, duh. And now you don't have anything to dry out your manure pat, and the fly larvae is in there. And the fly larvae gets dried out. By the dung beetles, because the dung beetles are eating the juices. They're sourcing the juices. So they're desiccating your manure pads. Well, you talk about some pretty country. Look at this, folks. We're at Coronation, Alberta. Look at that. It almost reminds me of Montana. Big sky country, Montana. Except for we have more grass here, it seems like. Great Falls, I've been in that area. A lot more bare soil there than what I'm seeing here. But you know, he's been doing this now for 3 years. He's breaking the soil capping. That's what he's doing. I did find a bare spot back there, and where you could see there was hoof prints all over it. So he broke the capping. So when the rain did come, he caught it. He also planted a lot of seed. And he's waiting for me to come down there before he rolls that wire up. I was hoping he would go ahead and roll it up so I could show you all what these cattle are going to do. So he's given them 8 acres. There's 120 pairs in here. He's giving them 4 acres in the morning and 4 acres at night. Okay. Because he's got a group today, he said, I'll just put the fence in later back up. He's just going to roll this out. This is beautiful. I was just on a farm. This guy and his brother owned down the road. I think he said it was 3 miles. They got 3 square miles. Whew. Boy, you could do some things with that. But you got to get some water out here, and don't let them in your dugouts. He's got some solar panels over there. You can see him. He's pumping water out of that dugout. He's got a water tank right here. He's got another one over there. So he spent some money getting water out, not letting the cattle in the dugout, which is a win-win. I asked him how much trouble he's had with his calves. I think he said he had one that got scours. That's because he left it behind accidentally, and when the cow caught up with it, of course it hadn't sucked, and it oversucked. Got too much milk and got his little belly upset. Boy, there's a pretty cow. Whew. She's slick. Folks, he's got gut bred into his cattle. They don't have a lot of leg on them. Okay. Just a really nice set of cows. I think he said his average was around 1,300. And he says they're too big. Maybe it was 1,350. Anyway, he said they're too big, and he's working on getting them downsized. He's already said he's seen the advantage of getting the weight down on them. They don't eat you out of house and home in the wintertime, number one. They're all over it. So that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because he's waiting on me down there, and we're going to move this mob. Matter of fact, I may have him go ahead and do it while I get the video running, so we can see it. You know they're waiting for him. Here we go. There they go. Didn't take him long, did it? Look at that. I get tickled the people that say they don't have time to move the cows. Folks, if you're going to be in livestock and you don't want to buy a lot of inputs, and you want to grow grass that looks like this in an 8-inch rainfall area, you need to move your cows. Period. They do all the work. Yeah. they're doing a number here. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Folks, we went past people's farms that were feeding hay. Same area, same rainfall, same terrain, and they're feeding hay. And this guy's got more cows than they've got. Beautiful sight. Beautiful sight. So one thing he's going to start seeing as he increases his rest period, good trampling, he's going to start to see more diversity come into his pastures. He's already getting some alfalfa and different other grasses coming up, but he's going to see more as he goes along. But the one thing that I'm impressed with is the lack of bare soil. Folks, there's just not any bare ground out here. And consequently, where there is bare ground, we saw more grasshoppers. Up by the road, we saw some bare ground. And he's like, yeah, I've got a few grasshoppers. But back here, where the grass is thicker, you don't see any grasshoppers. Grasshoppers need bare ground to lay their eggs. If you don't have bare soil, you're not going to have very many grasshoppers. I mean, there's a few in here. Nothing to write home about. Folks, this is what he's leaving behind. I can't overemphasize that. Look at that. Heck, it's clear up past my shirt sleeve. There's 8 or 9 inches of grass left there. So when it does reach 90 degrees F out here, which is supposed to, I think today it hit 85, he's got soil armor. We call this soil armor. It's keeping the sunlight off of the bare ground. It's preserving his moisture. He's going to get some regrowth. Beautiful manure pads. Look at that. Stacked up. They're not too runny. They don't look like a sheet cake. Yeah. Anyway, there they are. They moved themselves. He just rolled the wire up. He's already up yonder. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, folks. Everyone have a good one. And, I wanted to give a plug for our grazing school. We're going to be holding at Green, New York on July 8th. You can go to our website, and I also posted a video about it. Yeah, it's going to be an all-day workshop. For those of you on the East Coast, I get a lot of emails from people in New York and say, well, when are you going to come our way? Well, I'm coming your way. It's going to be an all-day regenerative workshop, grazing, covering all the different topics that we talk about. It's going to be a good time. July 8th. Go to our website, find that description, click on it, and you can find out how to sign up. Hope to see some of you all there. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.